Well, if you were around 43 years ago, chances are you were probably shoveling snow right about now and would be for the next week or so.
Yeah, the great blizzard of '78 is the storm all other snowstorms are compared to. Meteorologist TJ Del Santo has more on the blizzard from someone who watched as his dad guided Rhode Island through the crisis.
It's really hard to believe that it's been 43 years since the blizzard of 1978. 2 to 3 feet of snow fell as the storm raged for 2 days. And for many people, the memories remain pretty vivid.
And I recall at 10, 11 o'clock, the snow started to pick up.
John Garrahy is the son of the late Governor Joseph Garrahy, who led Rhode Island during the blizzard of '78. John was a sophomore at Providence College when the blizzard hit.
People were not aware that it was coming, and as a result, everybody went to work, went to school, and did their normal activities.
Thousands of cars got stuck on area roads. People were stranded in schools and at work. In a 2008 interview, the former governor reflected on the beginning of the storm.
We knew that we had a difficult situation, and I knew from talking to my staff at the State House that I had to get here as quickly as I could.
That I believe he had a call with the White House for a declaration of an emergency.
The National Guard Jeep transporting him ended up getting stuck in a snowbank near Providence College. And that call for an emergency declaration was actually made here at Guzman Hall. Then, as John remembers, it was the PC students who got the governor on his way.
You know, you had 30 or 40 of them piling out of Guzman Hall and going over to the Jeep and pushing it out of the snowbank.
John was with his father at the State House during and after the storm. He watched as his father led the state through one of its most difficult times.
Determined, calm, you know, we've got an issue, we got to deal with it. We've got to make sure that people are well taken care of.
John said his father always wore a suit and tie and rarely dressed informal, but he's probably best remembered for wearing this shirt.
My father received that plaid shirt as a Christmas gift that Christmas, and it really became iconic because he wore that for several days, I think.
Just like in February of 1978, a stick of deodorant is still in the pocket, along with some saltine crackers. The shirt is now at the Rhode Island Historical Society. It was a trying week in the state, but Rhode Islanders are resilient.
Certainly there was a sense of emergency to begin with, but I think it really turned into a iconic sense of community. I really do.
And the blizzard of '78 still holds the record for the most snow for one snowstorm in Providence, 28.6 inches. I'm TJ Del Santo, 12 News.
Governor was a legendary political leader, and no question about it. So I was at LaSalle. I lived in Woonsocket. It took 10 hours to get from Providence back to Woonsocket. All I remember was my mother was on the porch with the light on, waiting for me to walk up the street.
It's crazy seeing that and knowing, Tony, all of the technology we have today and the fact that that wouldn't really happen these days, but back then it was an issue of just the snow was delayed, right? I imagine when you told me before.
That's the biggest curveball, Mike and Shannon, was that, you know, when we all woke up on Monday morning, there was nothing on the ground, so everybody went to work, everybody went to school. By around 10 a.m. it starts to snow. By 1 o'clock it's out of control, and by 3 o'clock everyone's trying to leave the state at the same time in that massive gridlock. You know, talk about bad timing. You take the same storm and have it hit on a Saturday morning at 2 a.m. It's a completely different scenario, but just an incredible storm. I remember it well. In the meantime,